Hey guys, it's Coach Harris. Hope you're doing well today and everybody's staying safe. Got another 5-minute math lesson. We want to piggyback on what we did yesterday, or what I posted yesterday. We started talking about single variable inequalities. First of all, how do we determine whether or not something's an inequality versus an equation? Today we want to take it to another level. Once we recognize an inequality, we now want to be able to solve an inequality with two variables. Well, think back a little bit to what we've been doing. We've just been working with linear equations. Many times we have linear equations of the form ax plus by equals c. Remember, this is the general form or standard form of a linear equation. Well, let's take that idea and let's look at it as inequalities. This would be the standard form for an inequality, okay? Everything else is going to be the same, but we're still now working with two variables most of the time. Now, that doesn't mean that we cannot have a single variable linear inequality, okay? Because remember, if we had y equals 4, that's a line at the number 4 on the y-axis, okay? But anyway, let's take a look at these two variable inequalities and how we would solve them. So, I'm going to make up a couple of these and I want to show you how to solve them. But remember back to yesterday, we said when we solve inequalities, the one difference between solving an equation and solving an inequality is when we multiply or divide by a negative number. Whenever we do that, we have to take that sign and change the direction or flip it. So let's say I've got this. Negative 3x plus 2y equals 11. Okay, just a nice, is less than or equal to, all right, we're with inequalities, less than or equal to 11. All right, so now I want to isolate y. I want to get it by itself. One of the things when I was in your role as a student, what I would do to remember is I would think to myself, okay, what's the easiest y equals form that we have? And it's slope-intercept form. So we want to solve this and get it to a place where it's y equals mx plus b. But again, remember, it's an inequality, so we're not having the equal sign there. We're going to have whatever the inequality sign is there. Okay, but that's going to be the form I want to get it to, y by itself. So I've got some extra stuff on the left-hand side here. The negative 3x is extra. It's over there with the y. I need to get rid of it. So the opposite, or the inverse of minus 3x is going to be plus 3x. So what I do on one side of the sign, the inequality sign, I've got to do on the other. So I'm going to add 3x over here. Well, on the left-hand side, the negative 3x and the positive 3x go away. Okay, they cancel one another out. What am I left with? 2y is less than or equal to. Now, I cannot combine 11 and 3x. Now, if 11 had x with it, I could combine those. But since there's no variable connected, or the variable x is not connected to 11, I can't combine them. I'm just going to rewrite them. So I get 3x plus 11. Now, could I have written it as 11 plus 3x? Yes, but it's a little bit easier for remember. Go ahead and put that x in front. It gets me to that slope-intercept form. Now, looks like I'm only one step away from finding the solution to this. I've got 2. It's the coefficient, or it's connected to, or in front of the y. Okay? Now, how do I get rid of that? Well, I got to think to myself, what does that 2y mean? Is that 2 plus y, 2 minus y, 2 times y, or 2 divided by y? It's 2 times y. So we think about what is the inverse operation, or what is the opposite operation of multiply? It is divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So I get 2y divided by 2 is less than or equal to 3x divided by 2 plus 11 divided by 2. Now, did I change the sign? No. Why? Because I'm dividing by a positive number. Okay, so let me finish this out. What's going to be canceled? The 2's are going to be canceled. I get y is less than or equal to 3 halves x plus 11 halves. All right, that's one example. Let me pull up one other example. I'm going to flip this board. We'll do one other example for you guys, and that should just about take our time. So let's say I've got 3x minus 4y is greater than or equal to, let's say, 24. Okay? So again, I've got my 3x on the same side as the y. I need to get rid of that. Opposite operation is minus 3x. These cancel out, go to 0. I got negative 4y is greater than or equal to negative 3x plus 24. I cannot combine these two, so I just rewrite them on the same side of the inequality sign. So now I've got to get rid of that y, or excuse me, get rid of the negative 4. It's negative 4 times y. Got to divide, because that's the inverse operation. Now, when I divide right there, I want to think to myself, I'm dividing by a negative number. What do? I flip that sign. Change it, change the direction, all right? And I continue to divide everything by -4. Okay? Now, what I've done here is I've shown you the example where we do something different than we do on an equation. Okay, we're dividing by negative, flip that sign. Now I simplify everything that's left over. I get y is less than or equal to negative divided by negative is positive. 3/4 x. Positive divided by negative is negative. 24 divided by 4 is 6. Is this in slope-intercept form? Yes. So I am done. This has been another 5-minute math lesson with Coach Harris. Have a great day.